Hi, and welcome to another episode of Career Reshaped. I'm Natasha, co-founder and career coach for My Career Angels. So, you're thinking about working in Australia? Before you pack your bags and dream of koalas and surfboards, here's what you really need to know from the good, the bad, and what nobody warns you about. Let's break it down. Hey, it's Natasha.
And I'm Pauline.
We're so pumped to bring you even bigger and better stuff this season 2 of Career Reshaped.
We've got new guests, free masterclasses, and all the good vibes you'll only find here.
So don't forget to hit subscribe, follow us on Spotify at Career Reshaped,
and check us out on Instagram at my.career.angels.
First up, the pros. Australia has one of the highest minimum wages in the world. The average full-time salary is pretty solid, and even the entry-level roles often pay better than other countries. Then you've got work-life balance. Aussies take their time off pretty seriously. You've got annual leave, sick leave, mental health support. It's all there. So you won't have to worry about your well-being while you're working in Australia. Well, I won't mention toxic work environments in this episode. That's a whole nother topic. You've got the diversity. Australia's workforce, Australia in general, is multicultural. You'll likely work with people from all over the world. The fourth pro is strong workplace rights. The Fair Work laws are pretty robust, so they really do cater for employees a fair bit in there. And you're protected in terms of things when you're talking about your overtime, your other leave entitlements, any other entitlements, carers leave. It could be work health and safety obligations. You could be looking at compassionate leave. It's all in there, so your rights are really well taken care of. But it's not all sunshine and chai lattes. Let's talk about the cons. First and foremost, cost of living. Sydney and Melbourne can get very expensive, especially the rent and groceries. Right now, things aren't great here in this regard, and it's something I would really recommend looking into further before doing a big move. Visa and sponsorships can be an issue as well. So depending on your skill set, it might be hard to land sponsorship or even find a visa pathways. Again, it depends on the skills that you bring, and it depends on your marriage status and everything like that. So you would need to look at that in the legal aspect. But something to consider is also there are many companies that won't even look at you if you do require sponsorship to work in Australia. The job hunt isn't easy, and it's only getting harder. You're not just competing with people locally, you're also competing globally. I just spoke to someone just today who was applying for positions in Australia from Asian countries. It's just, that's how it is. Some roles have hundreds of applicants, some only have 12. So it might be a little bit challenging fighting for a spot to find your dream job. And then there's geography. Australia is huge. Jobs in your field might only be available in specific states or cities. So do your research, because you might be hoping to move to a small beachside town, but the jobs you want are only in the big cities.
Before we get into the nitty-gritty of this topic,
We just wanted to check in and say that if you believe that you need some assistance and that we could help you, reach out to us today, check out our website, join our newsletter. We'd love to be in touch.
we wanted to quickly mention that subscribing to the podcast is the best way to support the show and ensure you never miss an episode. It's super easy. Just click the subscribe button whenever you're listening. Thanks for tuning in.
So now let's go state by state, because different states thrive in different industries. Of course, there are many overlapping industries, but I'm just going to shine a light on the most popular industries in each state at the moment. So starting off with New South Wales. In Sydney, over half of all employment is in health and social care, scientific and technical services, retail trade, and construction. So the pay is high, but so is the rent. In Victoria, Melbourne is all about education, tech, finance, and advanced manufacturing. It's a great culture and lifestyle. Queensland is strong in construction, mining, and tourism. If you're in trades or hospitality, Queensland is a great option, especially if you like the sun. It's a win-win. Western Australia is the home of mining and resources. Mining, oil, and gas rule here. It's isolated, but the salaries are often high. South Australia is focused on defence, wine production, health and agriculture. It's a slower pace and it is actually a lower cost of living. You've got Tasmania, small but mighty, tourism, farming, and food production. And in the Northern Territory, you're thinking construction, mining, and government roles. And don't forget the ACT, Australian Capital Territory. Canberra is where the public service is, policy and education. Great if you're into public service or policy. So here are some final tips before you decide whether to move to Australia, or you might already be here, but you might be thinking of moving to another state. So know your industry's demand. Is there a lot of work available in the state that you're going to, in the industry that you're currently working in? Research your skills that are most needed. So do you have the skill set that is required for where you want to be? Prepare for culture shifts and expenses. Yes, moving from one country to the other is a huge culture shift, but even moving interstate can sometimes be a cultural shift. You're thinking, Victoria, Melbourne, hustle and bustle of a city, and then you go to New South Wales, maybe north of New South Wales, Byron Bay, where things are a lot more relaxed and more expensive. And most importantly, network early and often. So Australia's not perfect, but it might just be the opportunity you're looking for. Would you work here? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe for more career advice from around the world.